Hey, Manana No Mas family, how you doing? Happy Mother's Day. And I thought I'd just kind of walk around and chat with you guys. You guys seem to like these videos where I walk around the neighborhood. So, in any case, my family's still kind of resting, taking it easy, hanging out. Got up, made a cake for everybody for Mother's Day, and was doing some work, making some video content, some bumpers and trailers, and some ad content, things like that. And I've been really thinking a lot lately. I mean, I've got the Power Sports Marine Service Network online, right? And I fancy myself a fixed operations expert. And for those of you that aren't familiar with fixed operations, real quickly, I'll just tell you, it is, when you go to a motorcycle dealership, or, you go to buy a boat or a car, and even bicycles, right? But you go to buy it, and you buy the item, whatever that is, the car, the motorcycle, the boat. But anything after that, right? And some people don't consider it this way, but, parts, accessories, service, all of that stuff falls into a thing they call after sales, right? Because it's something you deal with after the sale. So my specialty is dealing with fixed operations and showing people how to increase their parts and labor sales, right, through the service department. We're bundling things with accessories and things like that. But by building a relationship and communicating well with the customer, right? Not by ripping the customer off, not by, manipulating or exploiting a condition or a situation to make money, but by, finding a want or a need, filling that want or need, and communicating well. So that's, kind of how I do that whole thing. Now, some folks, they wonder, they go, well, how does that even make sense? Like, why do businesses need you? Well, this is kind of my thing, right? I'm John Maxwell certified. That means I'm a certified speaker, leader, coach. And communication is a huge part of that training. And here's something to think about. If you're in the power sports industry, the marine industry, you might know a whole crud ton, about boats and motorcycles and things like that. But have you really had any formal training in communication, customer service, kind of leading to a sale? Though one of the dead giveaways for me is when I'm doing a dealer visit and I overhear somebody on the phone, trying to sell the job. And I think, well, nobody took the time to tell this person how to use the phone as a proper professional sales tool. And so these are some of the things that we cover in the training. To me, it's super, super important. Here's what we've seen so far. Dealerships that have trained with me, collectively, on average, they've seen an increase of 47% in parts and labor sales. Not only that, but their customer service actually goes up while their sales are increasing, right? And since we give them some of the finer points about efficiency, productivity, and profit, we give them some basic business sense to go along with the communications training, they also see a rise in their margins, which is really, really good. Now, you got flat rate technicians, people that get paid for the work that they do, right? Not a salary. You put them in an environment that's more productive, more efficient, more profitable. What do you think the side effect is? Well, they're happier, right? And so that reduces your employee turnover, which reduces your HR expenses, which increases your profit margins. So this type of training, and when I talk to people that are also John Maxwell certified and talk to them about how I use the John Maxwell philosophy in the power sports and marine industries, they're kind of blown away. They're like, wow, what a great application of all of that great information. And it's true. I didn't invent the wheel. I don't, make up the stuff that I teach. I have a different way to present it, and, I got my own style. And I really, really like the way that we've been able to take everything virtual. I mean, let's face it, Manana No Mas went virtual before virtual was a thing, right? So, everybody was trying to figure out, how do I travel? How do I this? How do I, rent enough hotel space? How do I get people to meet me for a workshop? And a lot of people were trying to do this in person. And as I was getting ready to leave Suzuki, I thought, man, I need to build all this in a virtual environment. Because let's face facts, if someone hasn't had formal, communication training, they're not ready for a workshop. So what I do is I get them through a blended environment first. We do a whole virtual thing with a preset curriculum, multiple courses. It's all online, but they're not left there to flounder by themselves. So they get access to me bi-weekly for support calls. We do a lot of Zoom live stuff. We do some group stuff. And then after they get through the whole process, then we can take a look at, doing some on-site consulting and things like that and taking it to the next level. And that's where that blended training education comes in at. So we've got a whole plan. We're putting the whole thing together. We've been official since January, and then the COVID crisis, right, in February. So a lot of my customers are still essential businesses, and they're still open. But there's a lot of uncertainty. Some of them don't even know if they're going to be open a month from now or not. So we're dealing with it. We're exercising some patience, and we'll see how well this goes. But I wanted to let you know where I was at. In the meantime, I'm also getting a lot of requests for, hey, you took your company online, you're virtual, you know how to build learning management systems, you know how to build a membership site, you know how to do e-commerce, you even know how to do some social marketing. What would it take to get you to help me with my company or my business? And that's a whole other topic. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, hit me up on Manana No Mas, hit the contact link, and we'll just work through it. We'll see what we can figure out for each other. You guys have a great one, have a blessed day, and happy Mother's Day. Bye-bye.